Golden Radio Hour.
Nightmare at 20,000 Feet, starring John Schneider with Stacy Keach as your narrator, was adapted for radio by Dennis Etchison and written for The Twilight Zone by Richard Matheson. Heard in the cast were Frenette Lebo, Ann Whitney, Richard Hensel, Meg Thalken, Amber Lake, Roderick Peoples, Roger Mueller, Doug James, Tom McElroy, Jen Patterson, Kurt Nabig, and Carl Amari. To learn more about the Twilight Zone radio dramas and to obtain audio cassettes and CDs of these programs, visit our website at twilightzoneradio.com. The producers of The Twilight Zone wish to thank CBS Enterprises, Carol Serling, Dennis Etchison, Dick Brescia Associates, Claire Simon Casting, Terry Jennings, XM Satellite Radio, Sirius Satellite Radio, our sponsors, and our radio affiliates for helping make this series possible. This copyrighted radio series is produced and directed by Carl Amari for Falcon Picture Group.
You unlock this door with the key of imagination. Beyond it is another dimension, a dimension of sound, a dimension of sight, a dimension of mind. You're moving into a land of both shadow and substance, of things and ideas. You've just crossed over into the Twilight Zone.
Nurse?
There you are, Mr. Wilson. You ready for some lunch?
Oh, no, thanks. I was just...
Lovely morning, isn't it?
Yes, it is. I thought I'd wait outside. I was wondering...
You're getting some color in your face.
I am?
A picture of health. Your wife will be pleased.
About my wife, do you know when she's arriving?
When she's...
To pick me up.
Oh, this is the big day?
It is, yes.
You'll have to check with Dr. Martin, but I'm sure it won't be long. If you'd like to say your goodbyes to the others...
I better pack first.
Oh, naturally. It's good to see you doing so well.
Thank you for everything.
Not at all.
Oh, and nurse...
Yes?
If my wife should get here in the next few minutes, tell her I'm in my room, would you, please?
Of course. She's a lucky woman.
You've done wonders for my self-esteem. I don't know what I'll do without you.
You'll do fine, Mr. Wilson. Just fine.
Ah, Wilson. I was looking for you.
You were...
Something wrong?
No, Doctor, it's just that plane.
What about it?
Does it always fly directly over the grounds?
Every day, on its way to the airport.
Guess I never noticed.
Perhaps you chose not to, until you were ready.
Then I guess I must be cured.
You've come a long way, my boy, or I wouldn't have signed the release.
I wanted to ask you, what time will Ruth be here?
I believe she said 12:30. Isn't that right?
Yes, but I thought she might have been delayed if there was a last-minute change of plans.
Relax. That's probably her plane now.
Do you think so?
Would you mind stopping by my office before you leave? I wanted to go over a few things with the both of you.
Don't worry about me, Doctor. That's all behind me.
Eager to get back home, I'm sure. To your job, your life. Just remember, there's no rush. One step at a time.
You know, it's strange, but I actually feel better now than before it happened.
Not strange in the least. I prefer to think of it as a kind of timeout. Something most people could use.
Most people don't have nervous breakdowns.
Only the best people.
Oh, come on, Doctor. That's very nice of you, but...
I'm serious. Like a piece of fine china. The better the quality, the more likely it is to crack under stress. Oh, human beings aren't china plates, of course. Considerably more complicated. But when a bone fractures, it heals and grows back even stronger. I believe it's that way with the mind.
Now that is the finest pep talk I've ever heard. I wish everyone would stop worrying about me. I never felt better in my life.
Portrait of a once frightened man. Mr. Robert Wilson, 37, husband, father, and salesman. Now on the road to recovery. Mr. Wilson is ready for discharge from a sanitarium where he has spent the last 6 months of his life. This is the result of a nervous breakdown, the onset of which took place on a day not dissimilar to this, and on an airliner very much like the one in which Mr. Wilson is about to fly home. The difference being that on that day, half a year ago, Mr. Wilson's flight was interrupted by the onslaught of mental illness. Tonight, however, he will make it all the way to his appointed destination, which, contrary to the flight plan, happens to be a landing strip in the Twilight Zone.
And now, The Twilight Zone and our story, Nightmare at 20,000 Feet, starring John Schneider, with Stacy Keach as your narrator.
Flight 713, now boarding at gate 12. All passengers for Flight 713, please have your boarding passes ready.
That's us.
Is it?
I have the tickets right here. We're already checked in. All we have to do is get on the plane.
Good. That's good. Do you suppose...
What, darling?
Do I have time for a drink of water?
Of course. It's just down the hall. Are you feeling all right?
I'm fine. I'm just thirsty.
Why, you're perspiring.
It's warm in here. Aren't you warm?
Bob, take it easy. Remember what the doctor said, one step at a time.
I know.
You've been on plenty of planes in your life. Well, haven't you? This one's no different. I take your arm and we walk on together. When we get to our seats, you'll take a nap, and when you wake up...
I'm perfectly fine, really.
I've got your pills.
Good.
They should help you sleep. Shall we? The line's getting pretty long. Honey? I said...
Does this airport have a smoking area?
Bob, you quit years ago.
I know. I just thought one might help settle my stomach. It's something I ate.
Try a few deep breaths.
It isn't that. It isn't. I haven't been anywhere but the sanitarium for so long. I'm not used to this. The noise, the crowds.
It'll be much quieter on the plane. Come on. Hold my hand.
Okay.
Final boarding call for Flight 713. All passengers, please proceed to gate 12.
Please keep the aisles clear. Stow all the carry-on luggage overhead or under the seat in front of you.
Here we are, honey.
Great.
Do you need any help, sir?
What?
If you'd like to take your coat off.
I can do it myself.
She's only trying to help, Bob. I thought you were warm.
Right.
I'll fold it and put it in the overhead for you. Ma'am?
I'll keep mine for now. Do you have any pillows up there?
Here you go.
Thank you, stewardess.
If you need anything else, you just let me know.
I could use, something to drink.
Well, I'll bring the beverage cart as soon as we're underway.
Great.
Did you want the window seat?
You can have it.
Honestly, I don't care. It's almost dark out. Besides, if I'm on the aisle, I can get up without climbing over you.
Are you sure?
I'm sure. I mean, if you are.
Doesn't make any difference.
I shouldn't.
Enough already. I'll take the window.
Oh, I didn't notice.
What's the matter?
We're over the wing. Miss,
Yes?
this row, it's the emergency exit.
Would you prefer to sit somewhere else?
It's okay, really.
I think we would, if you don't mind.
Well, I'll see what I can do.
The seat isn't the problem. It's
The fact that we're on an airplane?
that shouldn't bother me either. Not if I'm a cured man.
Honey,
I don't act much like a cured man, do I?
but you are. Would Dr. Martin let you fly if you weren't?
I suppose not.
Of course he wouldn't. If you weren't well, he'd never let you go home. It's as simple as that.
Make it sound simple, anyway.
Is, Bob. Just that simple.
Yeah, look at me, hogging all the attention. You're the one who must be exhausted.
I'm doing great.
No lies, remember. Come here.
Oh, Bob.
I missed you, baby. All these months.
Shh. It's over now. I'm taking you back where you belong.
Must have been awful for you, the kids, all the responsibility.
None the worse for wear. Everything's intact.
Except me.
Now, I am not going to let you talk.
Excuse me?
Yes?
It looks like this is a full flight. I'm sorry, but I can't find any open seats. Do you mind terribly?
No, not at all. We're fine here.
Thank you for trying.
I'll bring you that drink first chance I get. What would you like?
Just water.
For you, ma'am?
Nothing yet.
Very well.
What was that?
They're closing the door, that's all. Hatch, whatever they call it. Here, let's look at the in-flight magazine.
Fasten your seatbelts, please. Be sure your seats are in the upright position.
Bob?
No smoking in the aircraft.
Oh, right.
Seat back in front of
Here,
you. There is a
let me
car
get it
showing
for you.
your seat
I can do it.
number.
Would you relax?
Please note the location of the emergency exits in the center and rear of the plane. Should there be a loss of cabin pressure, oxygen masks will drop down from the overhead console. Place the mask over your nose and mouth and breathe normally. You will find a life jacket under each seat. Place your arms through the holes and adjust the straps. Then pull the cord. The jacket will inflate automatically. Procedures should follow.
Go back to sleep.
Bob, what are you doing?
I'm sorry, honey. I found a newspaper under the seat. The light must be bothering you.
Oh, I should stay awake.
No, I don't want you to, sweetheart. Go to sleep now.
Can't you sleep?
I will.
Promise.
You worry too much.
I can't help it.
You shouldn't. Not anymore.
Bob, do
I what?
are you comfortable talking about it? That night, I mean.
What do you want to know?
Well, Dr. Martin went over it, but I still don't understand.
Well, neither do I exactly, but I have a pretty good idea what caused it now.
Do?
It's no great mystery. Overwork, nervous tension, a touch of blood pressure.
But why that night on that particular plane? What set it off?
I guess it was a lot of little things come together. Lack of sleep, fast food, years of being uptight.
Oh, honey, you should have told me.
I didn't know myself. I was holding everything in for the sake of the job, trying to think about nothing but facts and figures.
There are other jobs.
That's just it. There's nothing wrong with my job. I like it.
Then why?
Call it the perfect storm. When I wasn't working or home with you and the kids, I didn't know how to take it easy, so my imagination went on overtime. I looked out the window and I thought I saw, I don't know what, clouds that looked like snowfields, then someone skiing on that snow. Can you believe it? I just plain couldn't tell the difference anymore. It was a wake-up call, all right, in more ways than one. Thank God it's over, and we're going home.
Oh, Bob. Bob.
Could you move your legs to the side?
What?
Oh, just for a second. I have to get out.
Let me call the stewardess. She'll bring
I
whatever.
have to go to the restroom, Ruth. It's no big deal.
Oh.
I'll be right back. Promise. I don't believe it. It's a storm.
Sir,
Yes?
would you return to your seat, please? We've hit some turbulence.
Just a moment. Wouldn't you know it? Okay, let's see how bad it is. Lord. It's not possible.
Sir, please. I have to ask you
Did you see that?
You'll have to sit down and fasten your seatbelt.
Don't alarm the others, but look outside.
Return to your seat first and...
Look out the window. Anyone here, lean down and tell me what you see.
That man, what's he saying?
I can't hear. He looks crazy.
Too much to drink.
They shouldn't serve him. If you don't sit down, I'll have to call the captain.
For the love of God, woman, look! I know it's impossible, but tell me you don't see a man, no, a creature of some kind out there. on the wing of the plane.
You saw what?
Out there, on the wing. See for yourself.
Sir, I assure you.
Open the curtain!
What is it I'm supposed to see?
There, in the lightning,
Where?
But he was there. I tell you, he floated down and landed on the wing.
That's enough.
Then he started walking toward the engine.
Shh. There are children on board.
I'm simply telling you what I saw.
Need some help, Nancy?
Would you show Mr. Wilson back to his seat?
Certainly.
I don't mean to upset anyone, but...
This way, sir.
All right. I'm sorry. It must have been a reflection.
Yes, it must have been.
If you'll just come with me.
I made a mistake. I'm going to my seat now. See?
Now, sir.
I didn't mean any harm, I tell you.
Is something wrong, stewardess?
A low-pressure pocket, that's all.
The plane feels like it's dropping.
Nothing to worry about. We'll be through it in a minute.
Don't wake my wife.
You can move around the cabin again as soon as the overhead light goes off.
Yes, of course.
For now, I suggest you get some rest and stay in your seat.
I understand.
Bob,
Hi.
what is it?
Would you like another pillow, Mrs. Wilson?
No, I don't think so.
A blanket?
How about some of those peanuts and another glass of water?
Surely, I'll be right back.
Did something happen?
Started to rain.
Is that what it was?
I just saw something, that's all. Everybody has to stay in their seats for a while.
What did you see?
Nothing.
You must have seen something.
I happened to look outside just as the lightning flashed, and for a second I thought I saw something.
Like what?
Shadow.
A shadow?
In the shape of a man.
Where?
On the wing. Not a man exactly.
What are you saying?
A creature standing upright with long hair on its body and an animal face.
Of course you know. That's all it was. A shadow.
Of course.
People don't walk around on the wings of airplanes.
No, they don't.
Not while they're moving hundreds of miles an hour. That would be impossible. Wouldn't it, Bob?
It must have been a trick of the light.
Like your imaginary skier.
What?
On the snow-capped clouds 6 months ago? The one you told me about?
Yes, I suppose so.
And you know that wasn't real.
No, it was a hallucination of some sort.
You must be more tired than you thought.
But, I wasn't hallucinating just now.
Then what would you call it?
It was more the lines of an optical illusion, my eyes playing tricks on me.
Then don't look outside. Leave the curtain closed.
Believe me, I intend to.
You ought to get some sleep, so you'll be rested when we land.
I agree.
Need another pill?
Ruth, I'm all right, I tell you.
Couldn't hurt.
If you say so.
Where's my purse?
Your water and some extra peanuts.
Thank you, stewardess.
You're welcome.
Bob, put the tray down for her.
Sure.
Are we moving into a storm?
Not a big one. It's almost past.
Oh, well, that's good.
If I can get you anything else.
We'll let you know.
Here's your pill.
Thanks. Sip?
No, thank you. I'm not thirsty.
I'm sorry I woke you.
Don't be silly.
You can go back to sleep now if you like.
If you do.
Give me a minute.
You're not worried about anything, are you?
Not in the least.
Then put your seat back.
In a sec. Just let me collect my thoughts.
Well, don't overthink it. That never did any good.
No, it didn't.
You're here. With me. And we're going home. Together.
That's the most fantastic part of all.
Well, you'd better get used to the idea. All better now?
Yes.
Nudge me if you need me. And whenever you do, don't open the curtain.
How's the wind speed?
Easing off, Captain.
Good.
Fuel consumption right on target. Storm's moving starboard. We should miss the worst of it.
Need a break?
No. Yeah, but I could use some coffee.
Ah, right on cue. Yes?
I made some fresh coffee.
You read my mind, Joni.
1 cream and sugar, 1 black.
Put it next to the console, will you?
Hit a little bump back there, huh?
Sorry. Tried to go over it, but it should be smoother from here on.
Oh, I'm not worried. We're in good hands.
Everybody sleep through it?
Almost everybody. 1 crying kid and 1 slightly uptight passenger.
Ah, the old lady, huh?
Oh, no. Mr. Wilson, 13A.
What? What did he do?
Didn't want to come out of the bathroom. Said he saw something.
Where?
Outside the plane when the lightning flashed.
The old wings moving routine.
Tell him it's supposed to move. If it doesn't, it'll snap off.
Oh, you're going to love this. He said he saw a man on it.
Don't tell me. An alien, big head, round eyes, that thing.
Tell him he'll take a description for the captain's log.
Listen, was he wearing a spacesuit? Oh, or was it the clown shoes?
It says he came down out of the sky and took a walk on the wing, just like that.
Ah, yeah, a floater. I see him once in a while when I have too much to drink.
Yeah. Or maybe a gremlin.
A what?
Haven't you heard of gremlins?
Must be before my time.
It started back in World War II. Whenever something went wrong, the mechanics would chalk it up to gremlins. Better than admitting they made a mistake.
Well, Mr. Wilson's okay now, but you should have seen his eyes. He looks scared out of his mind. For a minute there, I thought we had a nutcase on our hands.
Cut off his drinks.
Well, that's just it. He hasn't had a drop.
Where's in-flight security?
32B.
Tell him to keep an eye open. I like to run a tight ship.
Yes, sir. But I don't think it'll be necessary. The wife gave him a sleeping pill.
Thank heaven for pharmaceuticals.
You fellas want some chow? We've got filet mignon in first class.
No, thanks. You and Nancy relax for a while.
Aye, aye, Captain.
Listen, I can take over if you want to stretch your legs.
You sure?
Yeah, storm's thinning out, just some more rain clouds.
Well, maybe for a minute.
Hey, what was that?
Probably our friendly neighborhood gremlin dropping in for a wing walk.
Bob? Well, there you are. Go to sleep, darling.
Right. I want to sleep, but I can't. She doesn't believe me. None of them believe me. I'm not even sure I believe it myself. Why should I? It's impossible. Yet I'm not dreaming. I'm wide awake and I'm cured. The doctor said so. No more panic attacks. But I saw it, didn't I? I was out there on the wing walking toward the engine. But why? There it is now. I can hear it. What's it doing? It wants to destroy this plane, bring us all down. Because of me. Because I've seen it before. Or maybe it is all in my mind. How can I be sure? There's only one way. God, help me. I've got to look. I've got to. Time to be brave. Face it down. And if there's nothing out there, then that's that. This is the only way. Here goes. It's simple. I put my hand out. I pull the curtain aside, and I'll know. He'll either be there on the other side of the window looking in, or there'll be nothing but the darkness. One way or the other, I'll know. And put my hand out. Do it. Do it. isn't there. It isn't. It can't be.
Huh?
Honey, wake up. Come on. Come on, someone's got to see this. It's right there on the other side of the window.
Yes?
Come here, quickly.
What is it, Mr. Wilson?
Look.
Where?
Outside the window. It's still there.
Shh. I don't see anything.
But...
What, you mean the engines? They always spark at night. It means they're working.
No, not that. You don't see anything else?
No, just the running lights blinking on and off.
All right, look again. See if she's telling the truth or if she's blind. You're right. I don't see anything now.
Oh, it was probably the rain hitting the window.
Yes.
Believe me, we fly worse weather than this. It's nothing to worry about. If you'll just try to relax, we'll be landing in a couple of hours.
There he is again. Like some kind of ape dropping down from a tree. What's he doing? No! He's peeling back the engine cover.
What are you looking at?
Ruth, thank God. Lean across me. Look out the window.
Bob, does the storm bother?
No. Just like that, it's gone. For some reason, it doesn't want anyone else to see, only me. It's playing a game, taunting me, daring me to stop it.
Then what?
Remember what I said before about seeing something outside? I know what you're going to say, but listen to me very carefully. Honey, there's a man out there.
Bob!
Keep your voice down. Have you ever known me to lie to you?
No.
It's not a human being. It's some kind of... Bob. I'm not imagining it this time. I'm not. He's out there.
Where? What?
No, don't look. He isn't there now. He jumps away before anyone can see him. Except me.
I don't know what to say to you.
I realize what this sounds like, but give me the benefit of the doubt. Do I look insane to you?
I didn't say that, but Bob...
I know I had a breakdown, and I know how it looks to you now, as if the same thing's happening again, but it isn't.
Bob...
I didn't want to upset you.
No. I want you to tell me.
I didn't tell you before because I wasn't sure if it was real. Well, I'm sure now. There is a man out there, or a creature of some kind. If I describe him to you, oh, you'd really think I was gone.
Honey, no. No, it's all right. It's all right, sweetie.
Don't stroke my hand like a child. I know your intentions are good. I know you love me, but don't patronize me, Ruth. I'm not insane.
Did I say...
Does it have to be said? For the last time, that creature's out there. And the reason I'm telling you now is that he's starting to tamper with one of the engines. It's not just my life at stake. It's everyone on this plane. Shh. Think anything you want. Think that I belong in a straitjacket if it makes you feel any better.
If it makes me feel better.
I'm sorry. What I mean is, whatever you think about me, that I've lost my mind, all I'm asking you to do is tell someone. Talk to the pilot now. He's back there with the stewardess. Tell him to check the wing. If they don't see anything, fine. I'll commit myself. But if they do, there's still time. They can make a forced landing before something terrible happens. Won't you even allow the possibility?
All right. I'll tell
I know it seems a lot to ask. It's as if you're announcing that you're married to a lunatic, but...
I said I'll tell them. If that's what you want, stay here.
She doesn't believe me. But that doesn't matter. If she can get them to see it, then I'm not too late. There he is. Hurry! Hurry, Ruth! Hurry! Look!
What's wrong with that man?
I don't know.
Tell him to sit down.
We're trying to sleep over here.
Quickly!
What's going on?
He's pulled up one of the cowling plates. Didn't my wife...
Take your seat, please.
There's a man outside. He just...
Mr. Wilson, keep your voice down.
I'm sorry,
I don't know what's going on here.
Will you look?
Mr. Wilson, I'm warning you.
All right. I'm sitting. But will you look out the window? See for yourself. Take my wife's seat.
What am I looking for?
The plate! The hood over the engine with all the wiring underneath. He's bent it up so it's exposed. If you don't do something, there's going to be a short circuit, maybe an electrical fire.
Well, there's nothing exposed now.
What? Wait a minute. I saw him pull that plate up. There were sparks and lights and...
Then he must have bent it back the way it was.
Listen, I saw it. I saw it!
Mr. Wilson, please. I believe you. But there are other people on board, and we mustn't alarm them.
You mean you've seen him?
Of course we have. But we don't want to frighten the passengers. You can understand that.
Naturally, I only want to...
We thought we'd taken care of the problem, but if he's back, well, we'll do a thorough check as soon as we're on the ground.
But if we wait that long...
See the man on the aisle? He's a special investigator from the FAA. We have one on every flight now. And he's armed. If anyone tries to do something to the plane, he can handle it.
Oh.
That's his job. He knows what he's doing.
I understand.
I've asked him to change seats with your wife. If you see anything else suspicious, tell him. Then, when we land...
You can stop the act now.
Bob, they want me to sit up there for a while. Honey.
This way, Mrs. Wilson.
Everything okay, Captain?
Yes, fine. If you'll just stay with Mr. Wilson till we land...
Got it.
I don't need his help.
No problem. Just, let me squeeze in here.
Stop humoring me.
Mr. Wilson, I assure you, it's under control.
Nothing to worry about now.
If that's the way you want it, I won't say another word. I'll see us crash first. He's at it again. Peeling back the plate, putting his horrible, misshapen fingers into the wires. Did you feel that?
Feel what?
Nothing.
No, go ahead. I'll put it in my report.
I just thought we'd changed altitude for a moment.
Pilot must have made an adjustment. Meant to stay above the storm.
Yes, that must be it.
I wonder if I can get some information from you.
About what?
May I see your ID? You have your wallet, don't you?
Of course I do. Why wouldn't I? Here.
Robert Jeffrey Wilson. Ever been arrested?
Never. Why do you ask?
Oh, just for the record.
I'm a law-abiding citizen.
I'm sure you are.
What kind of gun do you carry?
Pardon?
The pilot said you were armed.
Oh, standard issue 38. Never had to use it, though. Strictly a last resort.
I thought guns weren't allowed on board.
Well, they're not for the passengers. But with security so tight now, we don't like to advertise it.
Then you should keep your coat buttoned. I can see the holster.
Bob, how are you feeling?
Great. How about you?
I brought you some water and another pill, so you can sleep the rest of the way.
That sounds fine.
Go ahead, Mr. Wilson. Take it.
Why not?
I hope you're doing okay now, honey.
Couldn't be better.
I'll be just a few rows up if you need me.
I don't need anything, Ruth. Get some rest.
You too. I love you, you know.
Same here.
It won't be long now.
For what?
Until we sit down. You're lucky.
Am I?
You get to sleep through it.
Let them think that. I didn't swallow the pill. How could I? What's going on out there? Somebody has to do something and we're all doomed. Another minute and he'll have the entire engine exposed. All I can see is the glow of the engine and that creature. Have to act now.
Hey, what are you doing?
Somebody's got to stop that thing.
That's the emergency exit. Take your hand off.
Leave me alone.
You'll depressurize the whole cabin.
Got to stop it.
Don't push the door open. Don't. I'm placing you under arrest.
You out there! Get away from the engine.
I can't hold him.
You demon! I told you to get off the wing.
Somebody grab his leg while I get the door closed.
I'm trying.
Give me your gun.
Let go of it. You can't.
You bet I can. Get away from this plane or I'll shoot.
Easy. Lift the gurney down.
Yeah, I got it.
Here come the paramedics.
Oh, good.
What do we have here?
A guy tried to open the safety hatch. Keep him strapped down. He's out of his tree. We'll take it from here. Turn him over to the feds. He's got a string of charges.
Bob, everything's going to be fine.
Everything's gonna be fine. I know. But right now, I'm the only one who does.
Okay, you grease monkeys, give this plane the once-over.
Yes, sir. Now, what about the emergency door?
Get up on the wing and replace the seal. Then do a pressure test.
You got it. Nuttiest way I ever heard of trying to commit suicide.
Yeah, takes all kinds. Well, when you look at that.
What happened?
I don't know. But something sure did a job on engine number 2. Whole cover plate's bent back.
What do you think could have bent it back like that?
Beats me. Yeah, let's go to work.
The flight of Mr. Robert Wilson is over now. A flight not only from point A to point B, but from the fear of madness to sanity. Mr. Wilson has that fear no longer, though for the moment he may be quite alone in his conviction. Happily, that conviction will not remain private much longer. For this time, tangible evidence has been left behind, even from so intangible a region as the Twilight Zone.
The Twilight Zone continues in just a moment.
You are about to enter another dimension, a dimension not only of sight and sound, but of mind, a journey into a wondrous land of imagination. Next stop, the Twilight Zone. Hi, this is Stacy Keach. I'd like to take a moment to tell you about our Twilight Zone website at twilightzoneradio.com. At twilightzoneradio.com, you'll find the latest information on these Twilight Zone radio dramas, including behind-the-scenes photographs, plus the newest product releases, trivia contests, ways to contact us, other Twilight Zone-related info and merchandise, plus links to other fascinating websites. So make your next stop twilightzoneradio.com.
Visit twilightzoneradio.com to purchase these Twilight Zone radio dramas on cassette and CD, or call toll-free 1-866-989-ZONE. That's 1-866-989-9663.
Where is Everybody? Starring John Schneider with Stacy Keach as your narrator, was adapted for radio by Dennis Etchison and written for The Twilight Zone by Rod Serling. Heard in the cast were Roger Mueller, Tom McElroy, Roderick Peoples, Doug James, Richard Hensel, Carl Amari, and Amber Lake. To learn more about the Twilight Zone radio dramas and to obtain audio cassettes and CDs of these programs, visit our website at twilightzoneradio.com. The producers of The Twilight Zone wish to thank CBS Enterprises, Carol Serling, Dennis Etchison, Dick Brescia Associates, Claire Simon Casting, Terry Jennings, XM Satellite Radio, Sirius Satellite Radio, our sponsors, and our radio affiliates for helping make this series possible. This copyrighted radio series is produced and directed by Carl Amari for Falcon Picture Group.
You unlock this door with the key of imagination. Beyond it is another dimension, a dimension of sound, a dimension of sight, a dimension of mind. You're moving into a land of both shadow and substance, of of things and ideas. You've just crossed over into the Twilight Zone.
Get away from me. What? Where in the... When I woke up, I was sure somebody was watching me. I didn't know who it was, but I could feel someone very close by. I thought I could feel breath on my face, too, but it was only a breeze and a fly buzzing around my nose. I brushed it off and got up. I was outdoors, in a field, morning. The sun wasn't very high yet. I felt okay, not too hot, not too chilly. The only problem was, where am I? How the heck did I get here? I must have been dreaming. About what? Don't ask me, because I couldn't tell you. When's a dream not a dream? Whatever this one was, it must have been a doozy, because the last thing I remember is, well, that's just it. See, I don't remember much. Much. Make that anything. So, where to begin? As far as I can tell, this is the beginning. I mean, not the beginning, whenever that was, the Big Bang billions of years ago out in the middle of space or something, but it'll come back to me. It will, and all I have to do is give it some time. So bear with me out there, whoever you are. The one who is watching me, probably. I can promise you one thing, though. This isn't going to turn out to be one of those times when you only think you woke up, but you didn't because you're still asleep. I hate dreams like that. Now, I know what's real and what isn't, so do you. And this is definitely real. The mosquito that bit me, for instance, right on the nose, the bite is starting to itch like crazy with the sun beating down, but guess what? I'm clean out of calamine lotion. Wait a minute. I know this road, don't I? It looks like a lot of other roads, asphalt, telephone poles. I must have been driving, and my car quit on me, and I started walking to town, and I ended up spending the night out here. But if that's what happened, where's my car? Somebody could have dumped me out, I guess, after they hit me on the head and robbed me, and that's why I don't have a wallet and why I don't remember anything. Temporary amnesia. I hope I don't have a concussion. That could be why I've got this headache. Must be a sign along here somewhere. Pretty soon I'll see a house, a town, something. Or someone will come along. They have to. And when they do, I'll just stick out my thumb and hitch a ride. Don't have much of a choice. One thing, though, will somebody please tell me, where is everybody?
A French philosopher once said, hell is other people. And for some, that may be true. Most of us need time alone, away from the pressure of everyday life. If you live in a city with noise and crowds and traffic, that's easy to understand. But what about the other side of the coin? We also need companionship, someone to talk to, a friendly voice and a familiar face. It's a dilemma that goes back to Adam, who found the Garden of Eden unbearable on his own. Enter one male human being. Age 31, height approximately 5 foot 11 inches. His name isn't Adam, though exactly what it is, where he is, and what he's doing here, even he doesn't know. At the moment, these questions constitute the central mystery of his life. But it's a beautiful day, and he's on a road that's bound to lead somewhere, back to the beginning or to a destination not yet in sight. The journey will take him through shadows as well as sunlight, and you are hereby invited to go along. Be forewarned, however. This is an excursion to an unknown land, a walking trip without benefit of compass or road map through a realm called the Twilight Zone.
And now, the Twilight Zone and our story, Where Is Everybody? starring John Schneider, with Stacy Keach as your narrator.
There we go. A roadside diner, just what I need. Well, what do you know? Still got a couple of dollar bills in my pocket. Some change, that ought to do it. Looks like I got the place to myself. Service here. Hey, is this jukebox loud enough for you? I mean, can you hear it all right? Hey, somebody want to turn this thing down a little over here? All right, I'll do it. Pretty early for this kind of noise. Got to be a volume control somewhere. Maybe it's on the back. If I can slide it out from the wall. Easy now. Oh, look, I like music the same as the next guy, and all I'm looking for is the knob. There. Now, the question is, who played the song in the first place? Somebody had to put a coin in the slot. Who's here? Somebody go outside for a minute? That it? Say, can you hear me? I see there's a town up the road. What's the name of it? Anybody know? Anybody? Like in the kitchen? Hey, you in there, I asked you a question. What is the name of the town? Hello? Cook must be outside catching a smoke. Guess what? You got a customer out front. You hear me? Cash customer. Meanwhile, don't waste so much water. I think ham and eggs. Yeah, traveler's special. Eggs up and soft, hash browns, coffee black. Customer waiting. Take your time. Me, I'm in no hurry. One cigarette left. Anybody got a light? I didn't think so. Where do you keep the matches? Hold on, I see them by the register. Right next to the clock. Whoops. Didn't mean to knock it on the floor, just trying to get a match. Here, I'm picking it up, see? What time is it anyway? 6:15. That can't be right. Cracked. Oh, well, I'm sorry if I broke it. I'll pay for it, honest. Of course, I'll have to send you the money. I'm a little low on funds right now. All I got on me is $2.85. Good old American money, isn't it? Yep, U.S. coins and currency. Well, we got that much settled. I'm an American. There's a little question about my identity, though. Let me put it to you this way. I'm not sure who I am. Isn't that a laugh? But I got $2.85 and I'm hungry. Oh, the heck with it. If nobody's gonna help me, I guess I'll just have to take care of myself. I'll see you later, everybody. I'll even do you a favor. The sign on the door says open. Let me turn it around for you. Closed. Yeah, that's more like it. Truth in advertising. I'm gonna wake up any minute now. I know I'm gonna wake up. I wish there'd be a noise or something, a great big noise to make sure I do, but it's so quiet around here, it's weird. Okay. If I gotta make it myself, here goes nothing. Yes, sir, that's my baby. No, sir, don't mean maybe. Yes, sir, That's my baby now. Oakwood, huh? It's a nice name for a town, real homey. The only question is, where is it, and where's everybody who lives here? Gotta be quite a few. Every kind of store you could think of. Drugstore, grocery, soda shop, post office, courthouse. Looks like a regular town to me. There must be a school around here, too. Where's all the kids? What? Where's that coming from? Church. Over there! What'd I do? Imagine I heard it? No, it was real, all right, and that means somebody rang it. Knew I wasn't alone. I'll go to the church and... Wait a minute, what's that? You there. Miss, yeah, you in the truck. I'm over here. Thank God. Look, miss, I wonder if you could do me a favor, just a little one. You gotta help me now. I don't want you to think I'm nuts or anything. I mean, it's nothing like that. I don't seem to remember who I am. I know, but it's true. It's crazy, huh? I looked all over, but I haven't seen anybody around. Not anybody. I guess it's too early or something. There hasn't been a single solitary soul except you. Not one. It's a real oddball thing, but I woke up this morning. And, well, I didn't exactly wake up. Not in bed or anything. I just sort of found myself out there off the road. Real nice. You know what I mean? And now I got a sore back from sleeping on a rock. So listen, it's amnesia, right? Isn't that what they call it? Yeah, that's it. Amnesia. See, I don't remember a thing, and I couldn't find anybody to ask till now. You're the first person I've seen, the only one. Look, I don't want you to get spooked or anything, but could you tell me, is there a doctor around here? You know, just a regular doctor, so I can get a checkup and find out what's wrong, because I think I'm sick. Miss, what's the matter? Can't you hear me? You gotta be able to. The window's rolled down. What's the matter? Hey, you're wrong. It came off and... You're not even a real woman. You're a dummy. What's it say on the truck? Resnick's department store mannequins. Is that all? A bunch of mannequins? Here, get off the horn. Sit up straight. That's the way. Here's your arm back. I'm very sorry, madam. My profound apologies. I can assure you that at no time did I mean to disturb you. As a matter of fact, I've always had a thing for quiet women. Get what I mean, babe? Here's a kiss for that cute little turned-up nose. No, I'm sorry. I can't stick around and talk. I got a very important appointment. I'll see you in the funny papers, and don't you take any wooden boyfriends. Is anybody here? A store with lots of clothes store, but nobody to buy them. Only more dummies. Oh, I'm sorry, lady. I didn't mean to bump you like that. Say, was that your sister outside in the truck? I thought so. You know how I could tell? 'Cause you look exactly alike. No, I can't use a new handbag today. No underwear either. Does this store even have a men's department? Sportswear? How about fishing poles? No? Too bad. See, I got nothing to do today, so I thought I'd go fishing. Oh, well, I'll catch you later. Let's see. What other kind of stores they have on this street? Whatever they are, I bet they're all Empty as a tomb. Like some kind of ghost town. Where'd they all go? To the moon? And they didn't even leave a note. Some manners. Well, I guess I'll just... Hold on. Is that what I think it is? It is. A phone booth. Just what the doctor ordered. It even works. We're in business. Operator, you there? Come on.
Operator.
Hi, operator. Oh, you're beautiful. Let me tell you. Listen, I don't know who I am or where I am. Oakwood, yeah, that's it. I must be sick or something, and I need help fast. I want to call, what number? What is it now? I need a number. And I can't remember any. Get me anything. Anyone, anywhere. I don't care who it is. Get me your supervisor, all right?
Please dial the number now. This is a recording.
A recording? Oh, that's just great! Never mind, operator. I'll look in the phone book. Here, Abel, Adams, Ackerman, Albright, Allenby, Arnold. Where do you all live? Inside this book? Why aren't you on the street? Baker, Belden, Biltmore, Botsford, Bradbury. Tell me something, gang. Don't you ever go out for a stroll, shopping, work? You do have jobs, don't you? If you don't, then who's watching the store? For that matter, who's watching anything? How's that? Any number of them, any number at all. I'll take my chances. Just connect me with a real, live, human being. It can be in Timbuktu for all I care. Well, you want more coins, is that it?
The number you have reached is out of order. Please make sure you are dialing correctly.
Give me my coins back and I will. Hey, give me my money back. Give it to me! What kind of lousy phone company is this? Okay, all right, who's the wise guy? Who locked the door? Very funny. This is beautiful, trapped in a phone booth like a goldfish. Okay, you got me. Here I am. Everybody come see. That's it. Joke's over. Somebody want to give me a hand? How about it? No? And you asked for it. Oh! Oh, now I'm bleeding. Thanks a lot. For nothing. Some joke. I know you're out there watching me. I can feel your eyes. Well, whoever you are, I'm gonna find you. And when I do, you're gonna pay. You're all gonna pay, but good. Oakwood City Bank. That's an idea. I feel like making a withdrawal. Hi! You got a customer out here? I'd like a loan. Yeah, that's it. About, 100,000. Maybe more. I don't know how long I'll be stuck in this jerkwater town. Better make it 5 or 6. How about $800,000? That ought to hold me for a while. What's the matter? Everybody on a lunch break? No sweat. I'll slip in behind the counter myself. Simple little transaction. Oh, that cream. Might be a little short, though. Oh, don't worry about it. I'll take whatever you got. Generous of you. Mighty generous. I just won't put it all in one pocket in case somebody robs me. I better get some coins while I'm at it. A few rolls and I'm out of here. I got that feeling again. This feeling somebody's watching, trying to trap me. What? Open the gate. Where are you? Who's watching? There! I thought so! A TV camera on the wall. Pretty clever. Would you mind turning the alarm off, please? It's too piercing. Hey, you! Whoever's watching through that thing, turn it off, or I'll do it for you! Now let's try that again. One more roll of quarters coming up. The pitcher winds up. He throws. There! Who said you could take my picture anyway? Nice. 2 balls on the break. Now all I gotta do is run the table. Piece of cake. 8 ball, anybody? I'll cover all bets. All right, that's enough. Time out. How about a cigar? They gotta have cigars around here. 2 for $1, huh? Pretty good. I always like an expensive cigar. Hey, how about the rest of you guys? Anybody want to smoke? Oh, I forgot. You're invisible. Well, I'll light up for you. You get the idea? Always wanted to do this. Light a cigar with a $100 bill. Now that's what I call great taste. No big deal. Hold on. Where can I get a drink around here? Hey, wait up, fellas. I'll be back in a minute. And nobody touch the cue ball. A chocolate ice cream soda with 3 scoops and a straw. That's what I like. Anybody mind if I smoke in the drugstore? I didn't think so. Well, I'll just set it down on the counter. Oh, delicious. Okay, what else do I need? Sunglasses, magazines, books. Yeah, a book. Books are good. Pick up a paperback to read in case I get bored. The Last Man in the World, huh? I wonder what this one's about. An atomic war, maybe. Yeah, I think I read it before. Or did I? Better take it anyway. Here's for the soda and the book. Yo! Post office! Got any mail for me today? Might help if I could tell you the name. How about John Q. Smith, Anytown, USA? No? Check again. Please, Mr. Postman. Deliver the letter, the sooner the better. Oh, relax. I'm not gonna go postal on you. Just give me some stamps. In case I think of somebody to write. Where's that coming from? Across the street? WGBN, the voice of the Midwest. Well, what do you know? This is where they broadcast from, right here in good old Oakwood. I know this station. I used to listen to it all the time. Never knew where they were. Do not enter when the red light is on. I don't think anybody will mind while the record's playing. It really is a record. Look at that! Will you? Old-fashioned vinyl on a turntable. I think I used to have this album. Oh, excuse me. Let's start it over again. Somebody left a cigarette in the ashtray, still burning. Who? Who's here? The DJ? I remember the DJ on WGBN, Vern Stevenson. Yeah, that was his name, playing nothing but the best. Where are you, Vern? Can you see me? The booth's empty, but somebody can hear me. I know it. I feel it. Attention, listeners, all you people out in Radio Land, we interrupt this broadcast for a special announcement. We're all alone here, and we need to hear from you, so call in your requests. The number is... Well, you know the number. Look it up. Just ask the operator for WGBN 1060 on the dial. The first caller wins a A free lunch. On the house, courtesy of me. You know me, don't you? If you do, call in and tell me, will you? Because I'm having a hard time remembering at the moment. Is anybody out there? Anybody at all?
Congratulations!
Hi. Thanks for calling. Thanks a lot.
You've been selected to receive a free, all-expense-paid vacation to deep space.
What are you talking about?
This is an automated call from Amitex, Inc. to a selected few homeowners like yourself. All you have to do is complete a brief survey. If you'd like to continue in English, please press 1. For Spanish, press 2.
Forget about it! Wait a minute. The phone works. It works. All I need is a number. Any number. How do I get an outside line? Extension 1. Extension 2. None of the buttons work. Come on, I'm trying to make a call. Three o'clock and still nothing. Feels like a Sunday, the longest one in history. Wonder if the movie theater's open. Why not? Maybe they got a matinee, a double feature, Pride of the Air Force and The Loner. Now that I gotta see. One, please. Oh, I get it. Self-service, huh? That's okay. I'll just reach in and take a ticket. Keep the change.
That's it, everybody.
Good timing. Cartoon's over. Okay, Mr. Projectionist, you can roll the feature now. Ladies, please remove your hats. Shh. No talking. Anybody care if I put my feet up? That's what I thought. Look at those planes, will ya? U.S. Air Force, go! Air Force, Air Force! Hey, I'm Air Force. That's it. You hear me? I remember that much. I'm in the Air Force. Can anybody hear me? You, up in the projection booth. You got an Air Force man in the house. Hey! Nobody here. Then who is running the picture? At least I got the first part of it. I was in the Air Force. If I could just remember what happened after that. What was it? A war? A bomb? Or something? That must have been it. A bomb. But if there was, it would have destroyed everything, and everything's still here except for the people. What kind of sense does that make? Fresh popcorn. Who put it on? Nobody. That's who. It doesn't add up. No way. Phony butter. The smell's making me sick. Where's the men's room? I can't take this anymore. It's wearing me down. Just look at me. Look at the face in the mirror there. Buddy, I wouldn't know you. You'll forgive me. The face is familiar, but the name escapes me. See, I got a little problem here. You know what it is? I'm in the middle of a nightmare that I can't wake up from, and you're part of it. You and the ice cream and the cigar, the phone booth, the mannequin, this whole town, wherever it is, whatever it is, I just remembered something else. Scrooge said it. You remember Scrooge, pal? No, not Scrooge McDuck. Ebenezer Scrooge, what he said. to the ghost of old Marley. I must have learned it in school. I think it goes like this. You may be an undigested bit of beef, a blot of mustard, a crumb of cheese, a fragment of an undone potato. There's more of gravy than of grave about you. Get it? That's what you all are. You're what I had for dinner last night. You must be, but now it's the next day and I'd like to wake up. I've had it. And if I can't wake up, at least I'd like to find somebody to talk to. That's all. Is that too much to ask? I guess it is. Me? I'm gonna have some popcorn. Plain. But I tell you true, if I don't find somebody today, you hear me? If I don't, I'm checking out of this world one way or the other. I'll get a gun, or whatever it takes, count on it. That's it then. I sat through both movies, but it didn't help. No more than the drugstore, the pool room, the radio station, none of it, all one big fat joke. Give me my money back. Here goes. Give it to me. Oh! What kind of lousy phone company is this? I'm bleeding. Thanks a lot. Where are you? Who's watching? I'm in the middle of a nightmare that I can't wake up from. No! It's too much! Make it stop! Please! I need a gun. And one bullet. If nobody will help me, I'll have to do it. Where can I get a gun? The police station, that's it. Hello? No, what's the use? Calling all cars, calling all cars. This is an all-points bulletin. Unknown man in town. Now infiltrating the police station. Suspicious-looking character. Probably wanted by the FBI. Presently unarmed, but not for long. All units return at once and bring your guns. He needs one! Anything. 45, 38, police special, Smith & Wesson. Even a 22, it doesn't matter. Just something that'll do the job. Hot coffee. That's very considerate of you. I gotta say, it smells mighty fine, but no dice. It'll take more than that to get straight. There. I knew it. Shotguns all locked up tight. Safety first, boys. You don't know who might come wandering in here. Well, when all else fails, use a little elbow grease. Remington 30-30 over and under. Shells right here. Now, where am I going to do it? Wouldn't want to splatter my brains all over the front desk. Hey, what's back there? Jail cells. Perfect! Sit right here on the cot and... How? I can't reach the trigger if I put the muzzle under my chin. Wait. Shoes off. I can reach it with my toe. This little piggy went to market. This little piggy cried, wee, 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 all the way home. Oh, no. Wait a minute. You can't lock me in here. I can't stand to be locked up. I've got a thing about it. Wait. No. You can't do this to me. I'm trying to finish it for you. What more do you want? Give me a chance to do it my way, please. 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 It's time to wake up. Time to wake up.
That's it!
Are you sure?
Help him! He's had it!
All right, clock him and mark the time. Now get him out of there. Squad, release the subject.
On the devil!
Yes, sir. Careful with the electrodes. Remove the tape from his forehead and chest.
It's all right, Major. You're right.
Get a stretcher.
Medics, over here!
Now watch his hand. He cut it on one of the dials inside.
What?
How is he otherwise?
He's all right considering. Delusions of some sort. I guess that's it. He's coming out of it now.
Fine. Did you get all your data recorded?
Yes, sir. Every bit of it.
Did you get him clocked?
Yes, sir.
All right, how long?
484 hours, 36 minutes.
That long?
I'll compile all the data for you.
Yeah, good. And I'd like to have a look at his reaction chart, too, hour by hour.
What about the press, sir?
The press?
You said you'd see them. They've been waiting in shifts.
I'll have to cut it short. I want to talk to Ferris.
Yes, sir. The General will now give you a statement.
Sir, do you consider the test run a success?
Very much so.
You mean there were no problems?
I didn't say that, but nothing we can't handle. Major Ferris has been in that box, 6 feet by 5 feet by 5 feet high, for something in the neighborhood of 484 hours, which is roughly equivalent to our deep space mission before rendezvous.
But we've had flights longer than that before.
No, not solo, and not in a capsule that small. It's a one-man mission, in a nose cone too small for him to stand up or move around. They call it sensory deprivation. Isn't that right, Doctor?
Yes. You see, gentlemen, the human body, and more importantly, the human mind, isn't ready for conditions of extreme confinement. It's a new experience. Even with isometric exercises, music, optical diversion through his visigoggles, the body and brain react as if he's in severe isolation, which he is. But man isn't a hibernating animal. We're not built that way. You might say that evolution hasn't kept pace with technology, so we have to adapt ourselves in new ways.
Within limits, of course. That's what the flight simulations are about. To map those limits and see if we're ready.
Then this was a simulated trip to the new 10th planet. Is that right?
For all intents and purposes.
Why not just send up an unmanned probe?
Because our exploration platform is already in orbit there. What we need now is to man it, within a reasonable flight time, even with new, faster propulsion systems. As you know, there are still problems with suspended animation, problems we hadn't anticipated.
Such as?
The revival methods, ice crystals in the blood, and so forth. I'll make a background report available if you need it, gentlemen.
Thank you.
What were those wires attached to him?
Electrodes. All of his reactions have been charted and graphed. Respiration, heart, blood pressure.
What happened to him toward the end? Just before he pushed the button or whatever it was. We heard him shouting inside.
Sounded like he was screaming.
What happened to him was that he cracked. Doctor?
We assume hallucinations of some sort based on the voice recorder. It's a common trick of the brain when there's not enough sensory input. So you see, there's a very real reason why humans can't bear to be alone. Solitary confinement is a tough sentence, whether it's the Garden of Eden or deep space. There may be a practical reason for human contact, even for love. A kind of survival mechanism to remain sane.
How bad did he crack?
I'll tell you something, gentlemen. You spend 2.5 weeks all by your lonesome on your back in a 5-foot square box without ever hearing a human voice other than your own, and I'll give you especially good odds that your imagination would run away with you too. Just as his obviously did.
General, I'd like to know, if I could ask you, our readers are wondering...
Yeah, that's enough for now. Thank you. Captain Grant will have a press release drawn up. Should be ready in about an hour. Thank you all for waiting so patiently.
Last question, General. How did you know when he was ready to come out?
He asked. There are several buttons and switches inside. Each one controls a simulated function for flight. Oxygen, fuel, temperature, and so forth. And the last button.
Which was?
Abort. When he had all he could take, when he had to get out, that's what he pushed. Or pounded with his fist. And now, gentlemen, good day. How do you feel, son?
I feel much better, sir. I'm sorry.
No. Nothing to be sorry for. You did splendidly. Listen, tell me something, Ferris. What was it like? Where did you think you were?
Someplace I don't want to visit again. A town without people.
And you finally had to get out of that town, didn't you?
I sure did. What was the matter with me? I went off my rocker, huh?
It's a kind of nightmare, Ferris, that your mind manufactured for you to explain what you were going through.
Then we don't have it licked yet? The trip, I mean?
Not today, we don't. And maybe not tomorrow. But we will. I'm sure of it.
You see, Ferris, we can feed the stomach with concentrates. We can supply recreation for the eyes and ears. We can pump oxygen in, waste materials out. But there's one thing we can't simulate. A basic need. Man's hunger for companionship. That's the one barrier we haven't licked yet. The barrier of loneliness.
I don't need this thing.
Better get a thorough physical first.
Okay, but I can walk the rest of the way. Next time it won't just be a box and a hanger, will it?
No, Mike. Next time you'll really be alone.
Then tell the men up there. Tell them next time it won't be a dream. Next time it'll be real, and I'll be joining them, and so will a lot of others, one by one. Tell them to hang on for a while longer. Help is coming. It's on the way.
What a remarkable young man.
Yes, he is. Really quite remarkable.
The barrier of loneliness, the desperate, palpable need of the human animal to be with his own. For up there, beyond the vastness of the sky, in the void that is space, is an enemy known as isolation. It sits among the silent stars, waiting with the patience of eons, in the Twilight Zone.
We'll return to the Twilight Zone in just a moment.
You are about to enter another dimension, a dimension not only of sight and sound, but of mind, a journey into a wondrous land of imagination. Next stop, the Twilight Zone. Hi, this is Stacy Keach. I'd like to take a moment to tell you about our Twilight Zone website at twilightzoneradio.com. At twilightzoneradio.com, you'll find the latest information on these Twilight Zone radio dramas, including behind-the-scenes photographs, plus the newest product releases, trivia contests, ways to contact us, other Twilight Zone-related info and merchandise, plus links to other fascinating websites. So make your next stop twilightzoneradio.com.
Visit twilightzoneradio.com to purchase these Twilight Zone radio dramas on cassette and CD, or call toll-free 1-866-989-ZONE. That's 1-866-989-9663.